Hello all, myself Dr. M. Laxmidevi, Associate Professor in the Department of CSE-DS at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. In this video lecture, we will see the introduction to computer and its components. In the last video lecture, we have discussed about computer system and what are the different parts of computer system. So computer system along with its hardware and software together is called as computer system. So the following are the components of a computer, hardware and software. So in the previous video lecture, we have discussed about hardware. So hardware is anything which we can touch or feel. So that is hardware. So in hardware, we have discussed about the input devices. So in the category of input devices, we have keyboard, mouse, etc. Next, so input devices are the devices through which the user can interact with the computer. That means in order to give any information, in order to give any data to the computer, so that is done with the help of input devices. So computer receives the data from the user with the help of these input devices. Next one is output device. So output devices are the devices the computer does some processing. We have seen the definition of a computer. That means it takes the input, does some processing and gives the output. So whatever after processing, the results are to be displayed onto the computer. The results are to be displayed to the user or programmer in a human readable form. So that is done with the help of output devices. So in output devices, we have number of output devices are there, like computer screen acts as the output device. So whatever processing is done, so results are displayed on the, after processing the results or output is displayed on the screen. Monitor or screen, that is the output device. Next, printer is another output device. And apart from this, we have also discussed CPU. So CPU is the brain of the computer. The abbreviation for this is Central Processing Unit. Abbreviation for CPU is Central Processing Unit. So CPU is the brain of the computer. So it consists of different units like arithmetic and logic unit, ALU. Next, after this we have control unit, and then last one is memory unit. So these are the different units which are available in CPU, Central Processing Unit. Arithmetic and logic unit. So this is arithmetic and logic unit. So it performs arithmetic and logical operations. Next is control unit. Next one is memory unit. So memory unit, whatever the data or instructions or whatever programs are written by the user, so those are to be stored somewhere. So that storage place is nothing but that storage is called as memory. So memory, we have two types of memory, primary and secondary memory. First one is primary, the next one is secondary memory. Coming to primary memory, so generally we refer it as RAM. Primary memory, it has two types, RAM and ROM. So this is random access memory and we have ROM, random read-only memory. In secondary memory, so this is a volatile memory. It is a characteristic of primary memory that it is a volatile memory. The contents are erased as soon as the power supply is turned off. Next one, coming to secondary memory. So secondary memory, here the data or the programs are stored permanently. So it is more cheaper as compared to primary memory. And then CPU can access the data directly from the primary memory, but CPU cannot directly access the data from the secondary memory. So that is another difference between primary and secondary memory. So here it stores data in the quantity of storage is small here. So here it can store large amount of data. So that is the main difference between primary and secondary memory. Now apart from this, so these are the different hardware components which a computer consists of. So apart from this, we have the software part also. In this video lecture, we will discuss about what is software, what are the different types of software and why we require this software concept. So hardware needs to be operated by a set of instructions. So we know that. So hardware is nothing but a physical device. So hardware consists of anything which we can touch or feel. So those devices, in order to be operative, so we have to give some certain set of instructions. So hardware needs to be operated by certain set of instructions. So these set of instructions, they are referred to as software. So software is nothing but set of instructions. So it is that component of a computer system, so which we cannot touch or view physically. So software comprises of a set of instructions which on execution it delivers the desired outcome. So for example, we have different software like operating systems. So operating systems, like in operating systems, we have different types of operating systems like Ubuntu, next Windows. There are different versions of Windows 7, 10, etc. Then word processing tool like LibreOffice or Microsoft Word. Then video player like VLC player, photo editors like GIMP and LibreOffice Draw. So these are some of the, there are many more examples of software. I've included only some of the examples here. Next, need of software. So why we require software? We cannot instruct the hardware of a computer directly. So directly we cannot interact with the hardware. So for that purpose, software acts as an interface between the human users and the hardware. So depending upon the mode of interaction with the hardware and functions to be performed, so software can be broadly classified into two categories. So software is broadly classified into two categories. First one is system software. Next one is application software. So we'll discuss about each one in detail. First one, system software. Next one is application software. So thus we can see that need of software is it acts as an interface between the user and the hardware. So coming to the classification of software, we have system software and application software. So coming to system software, what is system software? So it provides the basic functionality to operate a computer by interacting directly with its constituent hardware. It's called as system software. So system software, it knows how to operate and use different hardware components of a computer. It provides services directly to the end user or to some other software. So examples of system software include operating system, next system utilities, and then device drivers, etc. We'll discuss about the important features of operating system, then the features of system, what is system utility and what software comes under it, system utilities, and then next one is device drivers, etc. The system software is nothing but it provides the basic functionality to operate a computer by interacting directly with its constituent hardware. It's called as system software. So it acts as an interface between the user and the computer. Next one is operating system. So in system software we have operating system. It is also a software. So it can be considered as a resource manager, which manages all the resources of the computer. So resources in the sense all the hardware components of the computer. So its hardware including CPU, RAM, then hard disk, etc. Everything is managed by the operating system. So to provide an interface to the user through which the user can interact with the computer, operating system plays a major role. So examples of some of the popular operating systems are Windows, Macintosh, Ubuntu, then Fedora, Android, iOS, etc. These are some of the popular operating systems which we use. So it is not used for a specific purpose. So this is an important characteristic of this operating system software. So we don't use it for a specific purpose. It is also known as general purpose software. So this is another name. The other name for, or you can say that operating system is a general purpose software. Next one, coming to the features of operating system. So these are the different features. So, or functions you can say. These are the different functions of operating system. Process management, then memory management, file management, device management. So thus all the important works related to computer or all the hardware management is done by hardware component management, then memory management, files, where are the files to be stored, what devices are there. So everything is managed by this operating system. Next, coming to system utilities. So this also comes under system software. So what are system utilities? So software which is used or required for maintenance and configuration of the computer system is called a system utility. So generally we require some software for maintenance and configuration of the computer system. So that software is called as system utility. So some of the system utilities, they are shipped with operating system. For example, disk defragmentation tool, then formatting utility, system restore utility. So these are system utilities, examples of system utilities. Then another set of utilities are those which are not shipped with the operating system, but these are required to improve the performance of the system. For example, so we need to install antivirus software, disk cleaner tool, then disk compression software, etc. So these are some of the system utilities. So we have some of the softwares which comes under system utilities. Some of them, they are directly installed with operating system, or they directly come with operating system. The others which are not shipped with the operating system are antivirus software, disk cleaner tool, etc. Next, coming to disk device drivers. So drivers are, the purpose of device driver is to ensure proper functioning of a particular device. The responsibility for overall control, operation and management of a particular device at the hardware level is delegated to its device driver. So that is, all the overall control, operation and management of a particular device at the hardware level is delegated to device driver. So device driver acts as an interface between the device and the operating system. So operating system operate in between the operating system. So device driver is the interface. It acts as an interface between the device and operating system. Next one, features of system software. So these are usually written in low level language. So it is a software. So software is nothing but set of instructions. So we need to write the instructions in some language. So these are written in low level language. It is hard to manage and manipulate. So operating speed of system software is very fast as compared to application software. So these are smaller in size and then closer to system and hardware components. So these are some of the features of system software. Next, coming to application software. So application software, it acts as interface between the system software and the user. So system software provides the core functionality of the computer system. So system software provides the core functionality of the system software. System software acts directly, so it interacts directly with the operating system. Software directly interacts with the hardware devices. So here different users, they need the computer system for different purpose depending upon their requirements. So hence a new category of software is needed to cater to different requirements of the end user. So this specific software. So as we have seen that operating system, that is it is a general purpose software. So this is application software is specific software. So which works on top of system software, and it is known as application software. Application software is a type of software which is mainly developed to perform a specific task as per the user's requirement. So it acts as an interface between the user and system software. So in between the user and the system software, we have application software. So some examples of application software are MS Office, Paint, Spreadsheet, web browser, etc. So these are some of the applications or examples of application software. So there are many more examples of application software. So application software, you can say that this is a specific purpose software, specific software which is designed or which is written to cater to the needs of specific users or as per the user requirement. So thus, in this way, you can interpret the relation between the user and the hardware. So from this diagram, you can say that hardware is the device which we can touch or feel. Next, software is nothing but which we cannot touch or feel. So in between the application software and hardware, system software is there. So system software acts as an interface between application software and hardware, whereas application software is the interface. So it acts as interface between the user and system software. So in this way, we can see the definition of software. So software is nothing but it is a set of instructions So in software, we have mainly two types of software: system software and application software. System software acts as an interface between the hardware and application software, whereas application software acts as an interface between system software and the user. So thus we have seen what is software and what are the types of software in this video lecture. In the next video lecture, we'll see some more concepts of C programming. Until then, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.